Welcome everyone. I have a traveler's notebook spread that I'm going to share using the Citrus Twist Kit's May Excursions kit, but my base pages I am going to use from the May digital journaling cards that are available this month. I thought, if you have a way to print, but you don't have a way to like use maybe some of the other digitals or anything like that, I thought maybe this would be a cool way that you could use the entire page of the journaling cards as your base page. So what I did there is I trimmed them and I made sure to use the journaling cards that were portrait position and not landscape, because I wanted them to be vertical. So I have the three cards there, the 3x4, and then I have a large 4x6 and the small 3x4 at the bottom. I knew I wanted to play with this awesome stamp set. This is the Free Spirit stamp set that's sold separately, that's available this month. And I'm using 3 different shades of blue. I want to use, what's so nice too about the digital version is here is the actual card from the May Excursions kit. I'm going to fussy cut that out, and I layered stamped those waves, and I will adhere that sun over it. That is exactly the look that I wanted, of the sun going down into the ocean. So I decided that I wanted to reverse these pages. I wanted the page with the leaves on the left, because I want my photo to be right there. And all I did was it took a 4x6 photo and trimmed it a little bit smaller to fit just within that section. Now I just wanted to add, I did trim these down and I left a little bit of a border right on the inside there. You can see a little bit of a white border on the other side of the cards. It's a little bit smaller than a traveler's notebook. So when I inserted this into my notebook, I actually used another piece of white cardstock underneath it. And it ended up being perfect, because you'll see in a little bit I do add some detail to that white space there. But see, I foam adhered that fussy cut sun perfect. It was exactly the look that I wanted. Now, I adhered that photo, but thankfully I adhered it lightly, because I did want to add some stamping and then some journaling, and I added some stitching as well all the way around both of these pages. I think with having the cards as my base, this spread really came together very quickly. I wanted to use some of the labels that are available in the May Excursions kit, and that's where I'm going to fill in some of the white space that I left, the border that I left along the inside of these pages. So I'm just trimming these to fit, and like I said, I had stitched around these, so I'm kind of putting them close to where the stitching is, so it almost looks like it's tucked under the stitching. But I love the way that the labels look here. It just adds a little bit more texture, a little bit more color, and it also brings a little bit of focus to that photo even more. Definitely adds color. I think you can always use labels for something like this, or for layering. Now I have a few other projects that I've used with this kit so far, and I think this might be, I'll probably say it every time, it's my current favorite kit, but I think what I really love about this kit is this one works so well with any type of vacation, camping experiences, just anything, even at home things. Like I had done a picture of my husband and I walking in our neighborhood. I wanted this one though to be strictly a beach tropical type feel, and I just love the versatility of the kit, having the ways that you can get those different looks. Now another stamp set that I really wanted to pull in, and I'm going to use along the border by those label stickers that I used, is the Traveler's Notebook stamp set that's available separately as well. This one has some really cool sayings that go well with, I used it there on the left too, the sunshine and water. So it has a lot of sayings that are a little tropical with that one and the island. But other than that, this one really goes well with just about anything. It has some food references to it, just really cool road trip, book the ticket and go, things like that. I love the one that says she wasn't bored, just restless between adventures. So it's what I love about Citrus Twist Kit stamps is they are definitely very usable for any type of documenting. So I want to just fill those in with some of the blue color, and then I want to go back to that stamp set that I used earlier, the Free Spirit one, and I love this circle stamp, and I want to add a little bit more attention to the photo up there at the top. And I do think the circle goes really well since I have the circle with the sun there. So once I have that stamped, I use my Memento ink there, and it stamps very well onto photos. I usually try not to touch it right away. It will dry permanent, but just let it dry just a little bit. Now I know that I have got to use another stamp from this stamp set, is these leaves. This one definitely has a tropical look to it, even though we do have a lot of these leaves in our area, in our New Orleans area here. But what I want to do is I stamped some in some of the light blue color, and then I started rocking it just on the edges using the darker shade of blue, kind of a greenish blue, teal kind of color. But I wanted to get a little bit more variation in the colors here. Now I'm going to do that again here. I'm using these two colors. One is lighter, one is darker. So I always start with the lighter color first, then dip your image into the darker color. And that way you won't contaminate your lighter color ink. I just love the look of getting the different ink colors within one impression like that. And so easy to do that you don't even need to use like a stamping tool of any kind. So what I've done is I detail cut those out. And that's one reason why too I picked this particular digital journaling card set, is because of that 4x6 card with the leaves. So I think I want to layer those leaves over that, and I'm going to adhere some, and then I'll pop dot some other ones to that. Now I do have some of the die cuts picked out from this May Excursions kit that I'm going to pull in as well. And once I get those leaves, positioned and adhered the way I want them, I'm going to go ahead and adhere some of those die cut elements from the kit. I know that I want to fill in that circle, the stamped circle there at the top. And what I'm going to pull in, you'll see in a little bit, is that kind of greenish color with it says Explore ink, and it has an E in the center. I think it's perfect right there. Goes really well with the colors of the sun, even though it's not the exact color of the sun. I just think it really goes well with that. So really from here on out, now what I'm going to be doing is dressing up the digital journaling cards with some more of the embellishments from the kit. And I was playing around with some of the die cuts, and then I used one of the puffy stickers here. I think I like the color of it. And I think it goes, again, it pulls in that green kind of chartreuse kind of color. I'm not sure what kind of color it is, but it's a beautiful green. And I pull in one of the labels, again, to layer with that. And I think that also brings in the repetition of the labels that I already have. And here's some more of that green color. It's from the die cut. And I think that goes perfectly with not only the color, but the saying. Chasing Fun. So I'm going to adhere that right there. I don't want to take away from that Love This card. So I'm really just going to dress up kind of around that sun card and a little bit onto that Excited for Today card. I think this little cluster by this Excited for Today is one of my favorites. I love the two leaves there. The two leaves that I used the two different inks on. You can see the color variations on them, and then that Yes puffy sticker that I add right there next to it, I think goes perfectly with that. I like the color of it, but it also goes well with the font of the Love This card. So that is it. This was such an easy spread to do. I hope this inspires you to maybe use those journaling cards in a different way. Thanks so much for watching.